Alright guys, today we're going to show you how to remove the plastic A-pillar garnish from a 350Z. Alright, so as you guys know, these things are very brittle and very easy to break. This one is one I removed from a parts car the other day. It actually has a stress crack in it already on the back side. So in this video, I did a lot of researching on the internet, or tried to do a lot of research on the internet to figure out where the clip locations are so that I could carefully pry these off. And I couldn't really find anything. So we're going to show you guys how to pry these off, hopefully without breaking them. So let's get started. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is raise the hood up and remove the wiper arms and the cowl panel. You may notice on this car, the hood actually flew up at the track. The owner forgot to latch the hood latches, and that's why we're pulling these off to have the windshield replaced. I'm going ahead and doing this before we send it to the glass shop because it's so common for the glass shops to actually break them. So we're just trying to eliminate any problem like that. To get the wipers off, I'm just going to pop these little caps off. I'll allow you access to the nuts. I think they're 14 millimeter on here. Then just give this thing a little push, a little rock back and forth, and it'll release. I can remove it. Now I've got just a few 10 millimeter bolts to remove the rest of the cowl panel. These are actually covered by caps up here at the top. I'm going to go ahead and remove this little cover over the brake master cylinder as well. Alright, now on the back side you will have your windshield sprayer lines attached. To disconnect those with this little T. Can remove the cowl panel, and now as you can see we got access to the bottom of the windshield. All right, so first I'm going to remove the plastic B-pillar garnish. There's 3 clips on the back side of it, one here, and then one towards the middle. You just start at that bottom corner, just work your way up to that middle one, and then one more right there at the top. Set that in a safe place. Alright, so now that I have the B-pillar garnish removed, I'm going to start pulling the gasket down. Now it is glued on the back side, so you're going to have to kind of work it out. We're just going to pull it down. Or so I thought. So I'm actually going to take my pick, just go along the back side of the double stick and help break it loose. All right, once you get the first section of it released, it's pretty easy. Go ahead and just pull out, and the rest of it will just come right off. Got a little plastic clip to release right here. Just a little plastic clip. It's got a stud on it. You're going to slide it in there and it hooks right in. You're just going to be unhooking it while you're removing it. Just make sure that you slide it up a little bit to release it and you don't end up breaking it or tearing the gasket. Get your pry tool again. Pull that one out. Now we're just going to let this hang right here out of the way. Now that we can access the bolts to actually remove the garnish itself. So I do want to point out, these are not actually Phillips head. This is a JIS like you've seen in some other videos. You can order these on Amazon. This is to keep from stripping out the heads of them in case they're really tight. But these are just a JIS or Phillips type screw. Got a few of them here you're going to remove. And then you can remove this metal piece, and then after that we'll actually start prying the garnish off. I've noticed on this car, I have not seen this on other cars, this car has a like a Torx head screw holding this last little tab on. Not really sure what that's about, if this one's been replaced before. This is a very low mileage car. It's an 06 with 23,000 miles on it. So I'm assuming, since this is still glued, that this hasn't been apart. Maybe if you have an 06, this is common there. The 08 that I did the other day had just a regular Phillips head or JIS like the rest of them. But I'm gonna go get my Torx bit. We'll remove this one, and then you can actually remove the garnish. All right, so now that we got those removed, just gonna get my other garnish here for reference to make sure that we're prying in the right locations. To give you guys a good look, you're gonna be looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually one missing off here, right in this location, so that'd be 7 and 8 total. So make sure to take note of the spacing and pry in the proper areas. If you pry in between them, you don't pry right by the clips, that's where you're gonna end up breaking it and damaging the piece. These are very expensive, as you guys know, if you found this video and you're watched this far in already. So I know that the first one is gonna be right here at the very back. Just gonna work my pry tool under there, get around that clip location very carefully. All right, I think we may have actually broke the clip on the back of that one, but at least we haven't broken the garnish. All right, the second one is gonna be a few inches in here. Actually, I already got it released. Nice. All right. Next one is going to be right here. Actually, there's 2 of them right here. As you can see, I'm just holding the other one up as a guide to make sure that I'm prying in the right location. Most of you guys won't have the luxury of that, but in this case I do, so I'm definitely taking advantage of it. All right, cool. Now we're past the roof and onto the windshield. All right, so before you actually remove the trim, make sure that this little push clip on the metal trim is removed. If you'll notice, at the end of it, it's got just a little slot. You're just gonna pull it up and straight out. As you can see, it's a very tedious process, so take your time if you haven't done this before. Got this one off in one piece. Hopefully this helps you guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. So here, we're gonna insert some shots of where the clips are. Feel free to pause and go back and forth to make sure you're prying in the right locations.